there.
Bye.
Hello.
Hey, Live's here.
35.
Wait, did Eliba just join?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eliba just joined.
I think
Eliba-
Eliba really needs to hear what you just said.
Yeah, Eliba, there's a visor.gg link in the Duality chat in this server.
Okay, guys, I started recording this. All right.
Yeah, I have it recorded too.
Sweet.
So how
Alright,
far in?
Hey, Necros, could you explain what you just did to Eliba? Because he's yours now.
I'm not a
Necros.
Genji main. It's Nathros.
Oh, Natharos.
Excuse me, I'm the real Necros here.
Scripted.
Wait, are you sure? Okay.
He doesn't know.
Scripts, dude.
He doesn't know Pepe laugh.
So what I was just telling the team, Eliba, was you at this point I think you're back on point here, and on this map you want to hold right here.
What are we talking about? I'm not.
Eliba, click the link.
You're on the visor, are you?
I know it's loading. It's loading.
Okay.
I was trying to
Okay.
get in. Also, what's the timestamp here?
334.
334.
Timestamp should be like down there.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's like it's black for me.
Hey, Kings, did you just yeet this from Kabaji, or did you like have to redo it all?
I have to redo it all.
Oh.
All right, I'm in.
Sure.
I have a graphic designer. I think I'm gonna ask him to do it. It's like one of my friends.
All right, I'm in. I see it.
Please give me some too.
Go to 334.
Are you at 334? In the VOD?
No.
It actually says 55 seconds for
I'm
me,
watching the
but
live.
what do you guys see right now?
Right now, Kings is in front of the choke on
Okay, I
Brig.
don't see that. What the hell?
Yeah,
I'm
no,
going
I
left.
can't
Wait,
actually...
what's your timestamp, Eliba? Bottom
I
right.
clicked the,
It's in the bottom right.
live session. It's at 20 seconds.
Okay, click the. Okay, even though it says you can't, click the arrow key to the right with the thing in front of it, and it should bring us to where we are.
Arrow key to the right?
Okay, you see where the play button is? To the right, there's an arrow to the right with the little wall. Click
With
that.
a line. Yeah.
Yeah, even though it says you can't, you can click it to get to where we are.
Yeah, that's fat negative. Let me try disabling ad blocker and shit, maybe.
No, the thing. I think no. I think Pushy, you're fine, right? You see where Brig is?
I mean, I see us in spawn on Lijiang.
Yeah, pushy. Press the skip forward one with the little line to the right of the.
It doesn't let me
Yeah,
click it.
yeah, it's not letting me click.
Okay,
I'll
it says you
reload.
can't, but try to.
I am, and nothing's
Okay.
Okay,
It
press
says
play.
click on the flag in the toolbar to get control.
I'm at
So they
130.
probably have to control and do it.
Oh,
They're
now red
smart
start.
if I- and if they do that, we just hide it.
Did everyone
inside.
get set to that position?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I want to
Yeah,
say
now we're at the
that we
beginning.
made, like the I think
I'll
it's
give
the
it
control
to-
center. It's the one where it's.
I'm gonna
okay.
take
Yeah, when you told me to take
Okay.
control and I took control, then I hit the next button and it fast forward 1
So-
second from the start. So now we're all.
Yeah.
We're going back to where we were, so I can point out.
Okay.
What
Yeah.
the hell is? We were right about here.
Yep,
Okay.
right. Crabs. Stop
Okay.
doing crabs, Kings.
I stopped.
Hey,
It has a flow across-
Eliba, do you see this?
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
let him
Okay.
talk.
Yeah, please, everyone. All right. You guys decided to go back to point here, which is not really the best positioning you could have taken on goats. On goats, you want to be right up here and holding this doorway because they have 3 options that they can advance. And they can go down and through this, they can go up top, or they can go around. But no matter what, you have a really easy retreat and lots of sight lines and lots of corners to hold as Reinhardt. So they don't have an advantage in this spot, but if they do come this area, then they're at a distinct disadvantage because there's this corner right here is so strong because it's open. It's way open over here, so they can't get poke on like your backline, your Zen, your Brig, or whoever the heck. But you can get lots of poke down that hallway and going that way. Basically, the way that the point here is structured, it gives you an advantage if you hold here on this corner right here as Ryan instead of like here or all the way on point where you are. And additionally, these 4 players at least were pushing up. I think Lucio's like back there.
No, I'm all the way up. I think.
See his aura right there.
Oh yeah, you're
Yeah,
right. No, I'm
yeah.
back there.
I
I was
see
coming
your
back.
aura.
Yeah, earlier.
Where's Eliba? Where are you? Eliba's their main team.
Live's down point.
Jump point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so,
so
Eliba, you should be up
When the
front.
team pushes up, you got to push up with them just to chase staggers because like Reinhardt's getting shatter charges good.
I thought they pushed up and then they came back right away.
They do, but the idea is you want to all push up and then hold this area. So you
Because
still
that-
got to push up anyways.
That
Yeah,
position's
yeah,
very
I-
powerful.
You,
Like,
you
I know-
always want to get staggers.
Yeah, like I know I'm the Lucio and I'm faster, but I was able to go in all the way into the hallway and then back by the time that they even start coming back, you know? So we had plenty of time.
All right, all right,
Mhm.
all right. Let them talk.
Yeah.
now. I think we're good.
That's kind of most of what I had to say there. It's just like you don't want to hold on point here because this spot is better. Point isn't terrible, but like
You might as well
There's-
take an advantage.
yeah,
if it's-
you might as well take an advantageous
Yeah.
position if you can. It's really easy to get ult charge poke up here, and it's a lot harder from point.
Yeah, we
Uh,
just used a couple ults, so we need to charge them fast.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hey, give me an orb or something.
Alright, bomb grab, that's
10
the
HP
one.
down.
Yeah. So you guys move back to point here,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
is
bomb
like
charge. Okay.
Yeah, we have 5 ults, we have 5
I-
ults. Well,
I think it's because our main tank wasn't up, but I'm not.
Right.
Sure. I don't
we'll
know.
go back up.
I mean that's fine, but ideally your main tank goes with you up there.
Mhm.
So the main difference on point is like you have to hold the point here, and there's 3 ways that they can approach you, and like they don't want to approach you as a team here, but you can get flanked, and the Reinhardt can go here and like just mess up with Shatter, and like there's a lot more opportunities and space for them to work with versus being confined to that tiny little choke over there. That's kind of what I'm talking about.
Get behind me.
Here comes
Okay,
our
they
right
got main.
main. Yep, main.
You rally this fight?
I get Shatter again. I'm
Grab
saying-
one ready.
Speak.
Grabbing.
Big! Oh, I have no ult. You need that.
Fat bomb!
Nice.
Oh, it's big!
Wait, did you guys kill it? I don't see it.
Oh
I mean
my
that.
god.
Do you think the stun let it? Yeah, they'll probably.
Let me see.
Fat bomb!
There you go.
Oh, I have
I get Shatter
Okay,
again.
might want to turn this
Grab
down.
one ready.
Speak.
Yeah.
I turned it like all the way down on
Oh, the
mine.
Rhine was shattering. That's why he wasn't with his team.
Yeah, so the stun didn't get any value because the Rhine literally wasn't blocking the Diva Bomb.
He died to
Um,
one too.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
like
So their
penny
Ryan
as hell.
misplayed.
Oh,
so
no,
we were
wait,
right
he got
about their-
stunned. Look on the kill feed. Oh wait, never mind. Wrong person. I'm an idiot.
I'm sorry he got stunned.
That's our Ryan.
Yeah.
Oops.
No worries. Yeah, so you guys got the combo off, which is really good. And it won you the fight. But your Reinhardt did get or your team, I think at least 2 people got shattered, and you do lose one, which isn't optimal if you're using Grav Diva Bomb, because that's like, especially when their Reinhardt throws that bad, it should be an
Yeah.
immediate team fight win.
Oh, I know
Um,
what happened here with my character.
You got flailed.
Great stagger. Obviously, you can stagger her more than that.
You can even
Yeah,
get her
no,
mech
Kenner-
and then farm that.
As you can see, Kenner blew her up.
Yeah, they nailed
His
it.
missiles.
I don't
Mhm.
know.
So they have
I-
Diva Bomb and
Right,
Zargrab?
Zen, you
Wait, take off the scribbles.
They do have grab for sure.
I did.
Yeah, Zen has.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
their
okay.
Ryan chased me and ulted me like deadass.
I'm trying to eat the grab.
I'm speeding.
Where's Ryan?
speeding.
Watch out, watch out.
Scrubs.
Throw down, support
That's a dangerous spot to be as
I
brave.
got booped. I got booped all the way back there.
You
Okay,
you gotta call out when you're shattering. This fight is really spread out. So half your team is on point, and then your Reinhardt and your Brig are up here, and your Reinhardt gets a slam, and then the rest of this is just disorganized as heck.
Clyde.
It's disorganized from both sides because it's like half of their team got shattered and their tanks went in anyways onto point, and half of your team went out to go and get the people that were shattered, and then
the other half went
the other
to
half-
stay
Yeah,
to tail
yeah,
the
that's
tank.
exact-
fight the
Yeah.
tanks. So
So we're
You-
both bad.
always want to be fighting on point. You want your Reinhardt to call out when you're shattering, if he gets a big shatter like he has the past 2 times he's used it, then you need to use like speed boost and get in there and clean up altogether as a whole. Because it doesn't matter if their tanks walk past you onto point. By the time that you clean up like half of their team that's shattered, you can just walk back onto point and you're not going to lose it, right? So staying together and staying with like typically the main tank is like the I don't know, the cornerstone, like the pivot that you want your team to move around. You always want to be with your main tank.
Block it.
Fine,
And like, for example, if your team had been together, your Zarya probably wouldn't have died to bomb there.
Chase.
Yeah, because Ryan
Yes,
was
Ryan could have blocked it, right? So there's a lot of unnecessary deaths that are happening because like we spread out a lot and we're not following up altogether. And that kind of happened with the previous fight with the Diva Bomb combo where
Faculty's here. Cool.
I think it was Lucio that died.
This is how
Yeah,
we-
I got. Well,
Yeah, you
I
got
mean,
shattered.
I don't think if they were there, they could have prevented it when I died because I got nano boosted and then their Ryan.
This is how we play overall.
Oh, okay.
Alright, let's
They're-
keep it up, guys.
Their Ryan got nano boosted and then I got
King,
shattered
stop it.
solo. So.
Hey, for faculties.
All right. If they're running Ana, that's like also kind of a big throw.
Yeah, they
Like,
See, a lot
They're
of like even diamond teams like they run Ana goats.
they run
It's
Ana
quite
instead of
easier.
Brigitte. They
They're
run
the
Ana instead of
spring
Brigitte sometimes, but like
Wait, so why is that a big throw?
so the deal with
Diva.
yeah, so Diva
She eats the heals.
Okay, basically, Ana Goats runs off of the assumption and hope that you get massive value out of her nade. And unless you're getting the heals from nade, if you nade your team, are not like they're not enough really to make a difference compared to like Zen Goats that can run over your team with that. So you need to get antis. And Diva, if you're watching the Ana well enough, you can eat the anti-nade and then their
Almost every
entire win condition. Yeah, their entire win condition is just kaput at that point. So Ana Goats is good against Moira Goats because Moira Goats doesn't have as much damage, and antiing anyone can basically it removes the usefulness of Moira and like keeping them alive until her resources run out because she's useless at that point.
hey,
Because
But-
she's just
Yeah,
healing.
that makes
Honestly.
really
I
good
asked
sense.
That's
I asked a question.
Uh,
Yeah, what's the,
go ahead.
what's
Sorry.
the deal with Dotes or Winston Goats? What's up with that?
High ground maps with a lot of high ground control.
Yeah.
High ground control, and then it's also I can show a clip later, but I want to kind of explain like the goats hierarchy. So you've got like Moira goats up here, Ana goats over here, and Zen goats over here. Moira goats is countered by Ana goats because of the anti-nades. Zen goats is counters Ana goats because of Discord and because Ana can't heal through all of the damage that not only Zen provides with his orbs, but the entire team can
Because
do
Moira
extra.
Goats doesn't beat.
And Moira goats can sometimes beat Zen goats if you play it right and play for sustain and then play your engage as well. But Zen goats is the most powerful, most run meta in OWL and everything for a reason. Sometimes you'll see Moira run if Zen goats is modified a bit to like put in a DPS, like sometimes Sombra, sometimes other heroes. Sometimes you'll run Moira goats into quad DPS Hammond comps as well. It's kind of dependent, but like in the goats hierarchy, Zen goats is always the thing you want to run.
Because it resists its counter.
Yeah, it resists its counter, and everything else is countered by something.
Hey, I want. If you need to continue, that's understand. But I have one more thing.
Mhm.
In our scrims, we got stomped by quad DPS, and we had no idea.
Oh
what
yeah,
to
that
do.
was a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah, what the frick should we do? Should we just run Moira goats versus that, like you said, or?
Switch to 2-2-2.
That's an option. If it's something like Widow that's taking out like your healers or something, you can run your own Widow and try and win that duel.
Well, it was like Tracer Sombra in our back
Yeah,
line.
no, they had
Tracer,
a
Sombra,
Hammond,
and-
Tracer,
okay.
Sombra, Pharmacy, and then I think a McCree.
Yeah, that was McCree.
Yeah, so you probably want to have a hit scan at least to deal with the fair there. I see a lot of teams swap either Zarya or Diva for their hit scan. Typically you swap Diva for Sombra if you run Sombra, but you swap Zarya for hit scan if you run hit scan. Just because of the way that like the damage works out. If they're running a bunch of flankers like that, Moira is a better pick than Zen because she's a lot less vulnerable with Fade and with like the amount of self heals that she has.
I do have a question. So I am a projectile player, but in all of my teams, because I'm in like 3 at like once. I play Zarya in all of them because I'm just more comfortable on Zarya. Should I be switching that around?
To what?
So should I be playing Brig instead?
I mean,
I
as
am
long as you,
supremely more comfortable on Zarya than I am
as long as your
Points
team
level
has a
Zarya.
brig player, then I don't see any reason why you need to be confined to a specific role. Like,
because you see all the flex DPS players and Owl and contenders do.
and that's just because a lot of their off tanks can already play Zarya. And I mean, I don't know. Like players like Sinatra that play Tracer are really good on Zarya because it's the same
Tracking.
kind of tracking mechanics. But
And like the
if
Franz.
you're
Soldier
comfortable
and
on
Tracer.
Zarya, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't play it as long as like your team has a brig player.
Yeah, you need a dedicated Mickey.
Hey, that's me.
Hey Kings, how's it going?
Hey, Kings, what's up?
I'm in break jail and I never get played. There you
How's
go.
that Dallas brig skin for you?
Hey, I mean, I'm a brig player for my team, so that's how it works. I volunteered for it too.
So you're a fellow inmate.
Yeah, I volunteered for it, so I don't know if you could call it
So one of
jail.
my coaches said that there's a difference between brig players who hate playing brig but just kind of have to do it, and there's ones who pick up brig because they just want to work better as a team with the unit,
Mickey.
Yep.
right?
I mean,
So
yeah,
So
I play
while
brig
we're on the-
because I want to win, essentially.
yeah.
And you have to have a brig in Goats comp.
Kings.
That wasn't me. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. That actually wasn't
okay,
me.
let's push forward, guys. Let's push forward. He doesn't have a lot of
Yeah.
time. We're good.
Yeah.
I'm not in this match because I'm in a different GGNA team, but
Ryan.
Coming out of spawn right now. He recorded a third person point of view.
Well, I mean, I pushed it many times.
but
Sorry.
it
Okay, ready?
I think the file corrupted or something.
Whatever.
I think they're okay.
I tried to close. I had no
Bubble,
speed. I had
bubble,
no
bubble.
speed.
Pressure Ryan, pressure Ryan, pressure Ryan, pressure Ryan,
He's
pressure
gonna
Ryan,
run. He's gonna run. He's gonna run.
Speeding,
Speeding.
Run,
I feel
run.
That's good.
Yeah. Well, your team should have been there with you. A lot of people on their team were really low, and you could have potentially pushed into that place, but you guys just kind of stood there and poked for longer than was necessary because their Lucio got really low, their Rhine got to half, their Zarya got to below half in that one engage, and from what it looks like, you guys are all doing fine. So you stood there for too long, and then the Junkrat got a couple of lucky picks on you.
Yeah, I should have called for a push.
Yeah. I mean, and that's also hinges on Lucio's speed boost because
I
you
had
want
no
to
speed
engage
boost.
with
I had no
that.
speed boost. I called it. I was like 2 seconds to it.
Okay.
Yeah. But I used it
so-
out of the gates. That probably was a
Yeah,
mistake.
if you, I mean, it's not terrible to use it out of the gates because then you have this more open space to fight in if you get there first. And it's, I don't think they're running Lucio, or at least they didn't speed boost. So, you know, you're at an advantage if you take this spot, and if they speed boost too, then like you're kind of fighting even, and advantage might go to either of you. But if you don't speed boost, then you're definitely not at advantage. So you might as well. But the key thing was there is like you didn't need to peek that much as Brig, and you could have just like stood at this corner and then waited until speed boost was up to speed boost onto them because there was a few people that were low and kind of panicking and backing up.
Just saying, the next two games, the next two maps are very cluttered.
Okay, no worries.
We're not doing that.
By the way, I need to go in like 45 minutes. Let's go.
I have to go at 3:30 anyways.
Okay, perfect. I
Don't try to
guess.
fight this. Are we resetting? Reset. Okay.
Yeah, reset, speed out.
Yeah, so that should have been called. The reset should have probably been called like at least a soft reset, so where you group up around here inside like by Mega kind of.
That's 'cause I did.
Right when Brig
Yeah,
died.
we did.
But
I
we
think
didn't
I
act
called
on
it
it.
out like
Wait,
right
did you
now.
hear it?
like,
No,
in the
it just
next 2
happened.
seconds.
It just happened. Like he
Okay,
paused
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. I'm saying right when Brig died, reset should have been called.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because
I
you just fed Reinhardt's
So-
whole HP and Zen's whole HP, right? And these two players are probably going to die too. And if it was called, then you guys got to do it because it didn't happen.
Yeah.
They got jumped in Sombra, right?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
See, is when Vibe happens,
Super,
everyone
we just
listens
need
to
me
him
and Matrix there,
immediately.
so make sure
But we
someone
didn't
can
have
hack
him.
me. So we need players.
Whatever, that doesn't
I need to
matter.
be in the
He's
center,
not
so
in.
it's hard for the hack.
No, don't-
Yeah, I know.
Matrix is down. Because I got hacked that time. That
I'm a 67.
Let's go top right. This is the time where we can go top right.
Yeah,
Jump
let's
right,
go
top
top
right,
right,
mid.
top right,
Go top right.
Let me go first. Stop.
Yeah.
It's not a terrible strategy. Junkrat's going to suck shooting up those stairs, so I dig that strat.
Swing, Lucio, Lucio.
You need to engage on someone here. Nice stun on the Rhine. He got bubbled though.
Yeah, we should.
They had a bunch of
engage.
ults there. That engage was really sloppy. Half of you kind of stuck up here and then got grabbed. And you know, your Brig kind of went alone with on the Rhine here, and that wasn't enough damage to take him out, especially because he got bubbled. They used ults here, so it makes sense that you lost because of that. Like, these two people probably wouldn't have died without Tire being used because you had Trance, but if you think that they have Tire, you probably don't want to Trance that. It's kind of iffy. Or at least, at the very least, you save Zarya Bubbles for the Tire.
Where you guys at?
Alright.
Lucio.
We're 2 down. Lucio and Zarya.
Winnable. Lucio, son. Lucio, one. Ryan.
Alright.
It's good. You're good. These shatter.
Oh.
Pen. Ryan top in the back of it.
Probably didn't need rally there.
Yeah.
Cap. Get drunk. On it. Nice job. Clean.
Yo, you're actually really good. Forget.
Small note.
I know.
When you stun the Ana here, you can get one swing in and then whip shot her.
I did.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, the sound effect went off.
Okay. Gotcha.
We have 3 ults this fight. Shatter.
Kings is ashamed at being good at break.
When Break came out, he
I throw? No, I throw so hard. Don't watch it. I'm stopping him.
Unbind shift.
Alright, back out.
He had ults too right here.
That was pretty bad.
No, we know. We were like the whole time.
I mean, let's just gloss over it since we know that it was a throw.
Yeah,
we know what happened.
I know.
You don't need to go out of that door. This is the key thing.
No. Because I thought he was gonna.
Was
I thought
our
he was
plan
gonna bomb.
though?
No. He was supposed to
Our
bomb.
plan was throw a bomb out and
And then shatter. Like if Zaliba actually did the.
which the Rhine did turn, and we got anti and died.
Of note, here, when their Rhine is over here and the rest of his team is all the way over here,
Speed
you
on.
can speed in on him and then boop him in as Lucio, and he's screwed then. Like, his entire team can't help him. And once you split him off like that, you kill him, and then you rush in on the rest of their team, and that makes it a pretty winnable fight. So he should have been holding this corner, not this corner, and probably could have been punished for that. Okay, you probably want to save Sound Barrier for, like, when this shatter happens, not as an engage tool. Because, like, on this health bar here, Sound Barrier is almost gone already, right? And it's going to decay by the time that you even get back up from Sound Barrier. It's already basically gone. And if you Sound Barrier instead, like, reactionary to this ult, to the people that get shattered, it saves them.
Wait, if I was gonna react to it, I have to be hiding though, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
Back up.
you can be behind, like, right here, you could have been behind this statue, or you could have been, like, wall riding up here. Like, there's a lot of things you can do to not get caught by things like that.
Alright.
So they combo with Jungle. That basically just makes it an ensured win for them. At this point, you reset.
We only have one more fight. We're gonna go top right. We're gonna go top right, guys.
That's a dangerous place to be as Brig.
I noticed.
Don't die.
Not only if that happens, but the Lucio can also come out and just, like, boop you right off. You're taking a lot of shield spam there.
We really need to use speed to get in.
You engage without me.
We have to go.
I'm touching point.
Well, we had to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
That and they're still, like, standing there. We didn't, like, fully engage. We got.
You didn't have to go that early because you still got grabbed, and then you still had time to make it to point.
No, I was on.
So
Yeah,
you
no, right,
could have
right.
waited for your Brig to engage.
Do you think a smart play would have been like we sent one person on point and then everybody deals with the people in Grav? Or do you think the people in Grav would have survived long enough for that plan to not?
Well, that's what I did. I was the one that touched
Yeah,
point.
Ryan went way ahead of us and touched point because that's the only reason.
Yeah, I don't know if I was
Other
there
than that, we
early
wouldn't have
enough
touched it.
or like I don't know what time I was there.
You can send Lucio around while riding across left
that's
side.
what I did. That's what I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't need to have like someone should volunteer and be like, only me is going to go touch point. The rest of you need to fight. And generally, once you're already in engagement, Lucio is actually not super useful. So he can go and speed off and touch point and then be fine. It's either your Lucio or your Diva.
Yep.
Yeah. So because there's this like full-hearted rush by everyone to point, you end up losing a lot of health and not making it like all hold together, and you kind of just stagger.
And I fucked up. Okay, don't tell me. Don't tell me.
No, it's okay. I just charged into a wall right now. If you didn't see that.
Why don't you use your right click more, dude? You had like 3. You could have used.
I fucked up and I knew it. Okay. I know.
It's whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Come back. Yeah.
No, it wasn't the swap. It just we meant.
I'm not gonna be super stringent on that. Like obvious, it's very obvious what happened.
Discord on the Rhine.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just saying that.
Hey, listen, everyone come here. Top right.
Top
At this
right.
point in the VOD, I was thinking maybe they should have won.
I saw Runaway do this, so I was like, hell yeah. We're gonna go white.
He doesn't know. Hey, go top right.
Library.
Okay, ready? Right. Good point.
Going white is good if they have a Pharah. You guys, that's really dangerous there. Hold on. Okay. So your Ryan keeps going here, even though they're all right here, and then you all kind of try and follow him, but that makes your Zen so vulnerable to every part of this team right here. So
Shouldn't the Ryan be the shield, not the lead from times like that, you know?
you don't want to go to point here. You want to stay on this corner. You want to be fighting here because you guys got here before they did, so you can
I didn't
fight.
see them though. I was way ahead.
I mean,
Like I didn't see them until I was already over there, and no one called it out until then. So.
Well, I mean, an easy solution to this is just us to consider that the point hasn't even unlocked. So at the start of games, don't even like do that.
Lots of teams will just sit here in white room and not take spam until the point actually unlocks, and then they engage with all of their cooldowns ready.
Yeah, and also, I think Ryan, you could have just held the door, and then once I get there and I call it, because I'm the shot caller in a situation, then we go as a team. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like one of those two.
Like, it's understandable that you didn't know that they were coming, but, like, once it's called, you gotta come right back, and once you guys see that, it's... Yeah, it's just hard. Because, I mean, Goat's teams typically go white room instead of bridge, because bridge is vulnerable to Pharah and vulnerable to boops and all of that stuff if the team is running anything other than Goats.
Yeah, see, what I like, I watched a lot of Runaway, because, like, and Vancouver now, because they're my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
And, what Runaway does, like they did a top right strat there. It's like one of the fastest ways to get the white, and then they just hide in a white room and they use Briquette's shield just to see where everyone is, and then they just find someone and one shot them.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on.
All right. So this is hack.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're gonna see
Your
your
Zen. Okay, yeah. Your Zen's still stuck there. He's gonna die.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yeah.
It happens on another map too.
Yeah, it happened on King's Row too. Although we won King's Row.
How do we avoid such things?
Get rid of the snowman.
Well, that's what I just said. You have to stay together, and you can't go too fast through everything. You need to make sure that, like, even if you're ahead of the team, like if you're ahead of the team and you're like still kind of in your spawn, that's fine. But the second that you get to a point, like either the point or near the point or anywhere that they might be able to engage on you, you have to be together. You have to be able to protect like everyone on your team. And you guys spread out in white room, and that's what like basically let your Zen die. And then here, you guys are timid because your Zen's already dead, but you give up this whole doorway. And that's a really valuable area. I'm not sure. Let me see. So he kind of boops
Get
your
rid of the
Reinhardt.
scribbles. Get rid of the scribble.
He kind of boops your Reinhardt
Ryan
back.
shielded the Hammond thing too. That's what I called out, I think.
Yeah, he kind of boops your Reinhardt back, and then they engage with it, but, like, I don't know. Yeah, I guess you couldn't do a whole lot about that. but it kind of sucks that like 3 people got booped back and then up by Hammond too. It's a lot of ult charge for him.
When you shoot that,
You're antied. Back up. You're antied. Ryan got antied too. That's on a goat's working for you.
And they have a Sombra hacking us.
Yeah, they're doing like they're doing quad DPS actually. I don't know.
This one will come inside.
You can't take spam damage from that Pharah.
How to play Big 101.
He said hi today as well.
Yeah.
How do you play around Sombra goats, or do you have to mirror at that point?
You don't have to mirror it. You can just not feed her. Is the biggest thing. Like,
because like
if she EMPs your team, you're most likely going to lose the fight unless one of your supports hides behind them and or hides from it and then uses ults.
Yeah, Draco was our coach during this, and he actually told us the exact thing. They actually helped us on one of the maps.
Wait, what did I say?
Remember when we actually asked you, like, you were watching the whole thing and you were like, oh yeah, we should just
Yeah, I think that was a Rialto.
Oh wait, also
And
Draco,
then,
do you have
Fade
the
hit
third
behind
person
corner.
perspective?
I think the file got corrupted. Anyways,
Keep her going.
what
Also,
I was saying is how does a team who doesn't have a designated Sombra player deal with Sombra goats?
Kings.
Deal with Sombra goats.
I'm in the hyperbolic time chamber.
Okay, so the objective of Sombra goats is that the
EMP.
Sombra comes in behind, hacks your diva, you have no matrix, and then they just spam into your team and farm ult. They're not even like, if they get a kill out of that spam, then your team is really messed up. But the entire objective, the entire play is based around EMP.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
And just
It's
farm
better
it.
that hacking
as
the
the
Rhine
diva-
though instead of the diva.
All right.
As
Let
the-
him talk. I want to hear his opinion. Hold on.
as the
So-
diva, can I ask a question? Sorry.
Yeah.
As the diva, what's my best bet to prevent myself from getting hacked?
Spy checking.
Because I get hacked by this.
Yeah. So you can be spy checking, it's called. That's from like TF2.
Yeah,
but,
I do that, but it's like she'll go into some weird position and hack me from like above or like from stairs or something. So
I mean,
won't
the
have
best thing to call it out is to just call where she is and have someone be able to hit her before she hacks you. And if you can't react to that fast,
It's very
the other
difficult to
thing
react to
is
Sombra
like
hack.
if it's called hey, I'm hacked, then like bubbling diva or well, bubbles are kind of really necessary for the Rhine's v Rhine battle, but like you need to like hide behind corners or whatever to just make sure you feed as little as possible to that Sombra before she has to TP out.
Yeah, what the problem was she would hack me and then we get hit by an anti-nade because I can't eat it.
Yeah. And that's valuable too. Reinhardt can hold shield against anti-nade, but it's like if the Ana knows what they're doing, they can get an anti in.
But also
Throw it at a wall.
like EMP is a free team, almost a free team fight. So
Pretty much. AMP is only not free if you have support ults and supports that don't get caught by it, which is difficult. It's doable, but it's difficult. Especially like on this point, if your team is fighting on point, and you can literally have like your Lucio or your Zen just hide around a corner outside of the point. There's plenty of those, and then the second the EMP comes out, you use it.
Okay.
But it's hard to play against, for sure. Someone mentioned, what if they hack Reinhardt? Hacking a Reinhardt is only like super valuable if the other Reinhardt has Shatter. So you only really have to watch for it then. But it's also really easy to react to hack if you're a Reinhardt.
Just turn your shields around.
Yeah, turn your shield.
But that could be a way to bait out
to bait out a Shatter. It'd have
Like
to be
the-
like perfectly timed.
Oh, you're right.
It could happen on the bridge too. We could have tried that.
I mean, here they're running a Pharah, so
I'm
Bridge is kind of
thinking about picking up
iffy.
Sombra, but I suck ass at Sombra.
Who is that talking?
It's Draco. I'm not here. I'm not in this match.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, he's on the team, but not for GGNA.
Hey, I'm going to take time to get better
Yeah,
at Sombra.
Kings is our resident Sombra main, but he needs more time to figure out how to press W.
Also,
No,
you
no, it's not that.
play
Wait.
Sombra,
I actually
so can
talk. I
Dale.
actually know what I'm doing wrong. I'm taking too much time to actually try to get into the backline. Whenever I do, I stay there too long. Like
also
when
your
I watch,
translocator use is terrible.
Yeah, I know. So what I need to do, like I've been watching Overwatch League Sombras. what they do, they use their translator to get into the fight a lot more than like.
Well, I say let's continue on with the VOD because he's
Indeed.
Yeah.
Watch Fizzy.
I do.
Alright.
Yeah, Fitzy.
You don't ideally want to swap your Brig, but if like your Diva can play Brig, then you can swap Brig for Sombra and Diva for Brig.
Yeah.
That's the main thing I had to say there to that. It's good to be able to run Sombra too. Okay. So they have a
Go right.
a Pharah. So because of
Yeah,
the
they're fire
Pharah,
Sombra,
we
should we go McCree?
swapped Diva for. Okay, hold on.
Yeah, they can't. Yeah, they switched it.
So
Yeah,
Diva
I went
for
Zarya,
Pharah.
and Zarya went McCree.
Diva's the best counter.
Yeah.
You don't want to lose those ult charges. You want your Diva probably to swap off to it, but like if you're 50 to 60, 50, 60 to Grav, you can work up to Grav in the ensuing fight. And not taking damage from Pharah is a responsibility of the Diva, but like if you go White Room, it's really not that hard. So the swap to hit scan to counter a Pharah, okay, they're not on Pharah Mercy, so it is a little better. You don't usually want to swap to counter Pharah Mercy because you're just not going to get through it that often. But like you don't want to lose out on all of that ult charge because that's like pretty much an entire ult between the two of you that you guys just gave up.
Yeah.
They do go far Mercy on different maps, but I don't think they were playing it that well. And we went hit scan, that's why it worked. But if we're against a team that actually knows how to run it, what would we do?
Zarya to hit scan.
Yeah, it's hard to run, but like, yeah, generally you swap the Zarya to hit scan because that's a whole third of their team that Zarya isn't going to be able to damage at all. So then you have both the Diva and your Zarya harass that combo, and you have Zen Discord the combo too. And if you do all three of those things, then it's typically possible to take it out.
Hey.
Okay.
Day here.
Yeah, sorry.
Zen just joined, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's keep on going.
Oh, by the way, they have Barrage.
Oh, of course.
Good call.
Sombra. Hammond.
I'm Shattered.
Shield.
I got on a dead.
The Reinhardt should die.
Rain one.
Nice
Good.
cancel on the hack.
Someone dead.
Diva needs to eat that.
It's okay, go point.
Wait, it's not have a Diva.
Yeah, she ate the last.
We're not playing. Are we not playing a Diva?
Yeah.
No, we swapped Diva to McCree.
McCree.
Yeah.
Remember.
So you wanna run probably Ryan Diva
Ryan,
then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Especially if there's a Pharah. I mean, that's what you're swapping
Yeah.
off for.
Alright, so from now on, then, if we are facing the Pharah, then we just switch to Zarya off only.
Get rid of
Yes.
Scribbles.
Yeah,
Which is good
That
because
works
Zarya plays
perfectly, because
Yeah, we keep Diva.
Then you don't lose
Because
two
my McCree
ults.
is
Lose
my
one.
McCree is scuffed.
I'm sleeping. Thank you. Rain target.
Don't let her run that.
Hammond. I'm hacked. They focus me.
You play corners when you get hacked like that.
We need
You guys all
keep-
back up, but you're still in their sight lines.
I fucked that up.
Wait, yeah, heal, bro. Heal, get your guy. There you go.
Nice, good.
Nice.
Ana is behind.
Interesting. That probably should have canceled, but
Get Hammond.
Ooh.
On one.
Latency, probably.
Back up. Reset.
Okay, Nick, good Blizzard.
Get on her.
On you guys. Nice. Hammond.
No, he's out.
focusing Hammond as a call is only viable if you stun him.
Okay.
If he rolls through point like that, don't call Hammond because he's just gonna roll past you.
Hammond pile drive. Stick on Ryan.
I
Shield
try.
that pile drive.
Watch out for the.
Keep spy checking you guys.
Try to fall back to this edge.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Ryan's super low. I'm dead.
Okay. They have a Doomfist now.
Here. Yeah.
It's okay, stop point.
If you guys are grouped up enough, that Doomfist shouldn't get any value.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good.
That's it.
But the-
Check team out.
Yeah, I don't think we were keeping track of their swaps,
Are-
and the
the-
duos just came in and one-shotted me. And
Also,
other-
the ball kind of dismantled their formation.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they timed that pretty well.
But yeah, they did time it, which is good on them. I would say key thing for that is bubbling the McCree when the Doomfist dives. I mean, they're all Pharah now, so McCree kind of got its value. High Noon is a trash ult too, so you can swap right back, but I wouldn't have... Obviously, you don't swap
of course
back
not.
to D.Va, you swap this to D.Va.
Alright, so I have to learn D.Va in these cases.
In niche cases.
They're happening more than often, especially in this match.
But like, if you guys if you had just swapped, like, ideally this is still D.Va, and with the changes now, this will still be D.Va. So you would just swap back to Zarya.
I have a question. So Kings is just subbing in for Tiger because Tiger couldn't be there. When Tiger and Push are here, who's playing Zarya and who's playing Brigitte?
It's
Brigitte me.
Because does Tiger know how to play D.Va as well?
I don't know.
Tiger's really flexible. You might want to ask him. Before this.
I mean, like, I don't know. If we want like a really good Zarya, then we just put it on Pushy. But if Pushy can't play D.Va, then
guys.
But
so with my other teams, I've been practicing my Zarya. So it's...
Well, yeah, but we can't play with you in GGNA.
Alright, let's continue on with the VOD. We can discuss this stuff after.
Yeah.
Talk to Tiger later.
Okay, it's okay.
That's an interesting stagger, but you guys are waiting for him, so it's fine.
Go left, speed boost high noon.
We have Graph.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, go left. Speed boost.
Oh, this is where we get fucked.
Speeding left and speed boosting high noon, it's okay, but the Doomfist can knock you off.
And then
guess what?
Sombra.
Shh, don't spoil
it. Oh no, from
He already predicted it, so.
Heal, then break stun.
Okay, got it.
Alright, wait, tell us when you're in position.
Ready?
Wait.
Yeah, the plan. So
Bye.
Who's that?
I had Grav, so I was going around to grab from behind while they were on the left.
Oh.
But
wait, you're too.
They got.
See, the thing is,
they got booped, and I whiffed the Grav.
When you do these like wild flanks, you're not providing value to the team, so they can just rotate onto your 5v6.
You can right click jump over it too, dude.
When you Zarya flank like that, and they have a Doomfist, you can't bubble whoever the Doomfist decides to dive, and that person's dead.
True.
Hey, can I draw
so, like,
real quick?
by flanking there, you basically like gave a free kill on your Zen or your McCree. Yeah, go ahead and draw, I guess.
Okay, so I click it. Which one's the marker?
First one.
First one. Okay. You can right click jump over right over here.
That's
if we do it really quick. If we have
speed boost on.
Yeah, if you speed boost.
Yeah, you can as we speed in this way, he can just right click over and grab right here immediately. And it's like if we do it correctly, it's easy.
I could just grab the wall right there.
No.
I mean, yeah. Wait,
they nerfed the range, so that might not work anymore.
But if they were playing how they were, and they were playing around that,
like 5 patches
if we go this way,
Yeah.
he jumps over here, he rocks the grab, and then D.Va's holding the matrix as we go around the corner while we're speed boost. It's like that's a really good fight for us, right?
Yeah.
So,
I would say it's not a terrible idea, but I mean, the ideal thing that you do here is you just go white room.
I make this bigger. Oh, there you go. All right.
And don't play McCree low.
Bridge boops are a thing, yeah. And
how do I stop being?
I'll take it back.
Yeah, I thought High Noon would be like useful in this situation against their 2 DPS. So I just stayed on it, but I should have swapped.
Go.
It's a fat one. Ready? Grab it.
I think Ryan's looking for a chatter.
Bye.
And we got booped.
Yeah.
3 boops and a failed grab. Flat chat. Oh no.
Well.
All we have to win is we have to
So you get value out of the McCree ult in the brawl, but your entire team's dead. So it's an L.
I'm sorry.
This is the only map we lost. So.
Yeah, then we won the next 3.
Listen to my call.
Okay, hey, I want Franco to talk.
Alright, I have 10 minutes to 10-20 minutes left, so could we just have him just talk the entire time and we all shut up or whatever so we can try to get through as many calls?
Listen to my advice, see how good it is.
Alright.
So
they have a free win condition, okay? So I want you guys to think about, I want you to move into a position where you won't get hit by EMP.
I'm talking to
Wait
here.
for EMP to go off, then go, right?
Yep.
They're using that because EMP is basically free, right? So save both your support ults. So you generally try and keep your Zen safe, like hiding behind some kind of corner or cover or something, away from the team, and if everyone else gets hacks, you trance them, right? And then you do, and then you do Lucio beat. Okay.
I figured.
Because
Hard engaging.
yeah.
All right.
And
I'm gonna skip through this if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
There goes his.
What about our next?
Funny because Somber main.
I'd probably say King's Row.
Yeah, I
King's
want to look at
Row.
King's Row.
That was the last map.
I'm on Lucio.
The last map.
Yeah,
Yeah,
last map.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Did I just skip to it like correctly?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
So if we go.
Legend.
By the way, that last time I got EMP'd, the Sombra was like looking for me. Like, so I was hiding behind the corner, like on our side, the little stairway up to the point, and she like came around the corner and EMP'd me. So I just-
Yeah, Sombra does that.
yeah.
But if she solo EMPs you, can't we just pour resources into our Zen?
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, but
pretty
you'd have to be
much, but
fast.
I was. Yeah.
50 health.
Yeah. You have to
So-
like brig ultim immediate or brig.
I was about to
Zen
say,
immediately.
if we know the Sombra's gonna be looking for an EMP on our Zen, we could just like when we engage, we put the armor pack on the Zen, so that even if he gets EMP'd, he should still have the armor, right?
No,
Yeah.
if he gets EMP'd though, you'll just actually,
Does it take
No,
the
EMP
pack
doesn't
away?
get rid of armor. It gets rid of
Okay.
shields, but not
Then,
armor.
yeah, that would help him.
So you can also brig rally, and brig rally isn't canceled by EMP,
Yeah.
which is kind of dumb because like every other ult is. But brig rally, brig inspire, both aren't canceled by EMP. So if you know their Sombra has EMP, it's pretty fun. It's pretty good to start rally before their Sombra like initiates or engages.
Yeah.
So that's like an exception where you want to start brig ult a little earlier than usual.
That's what our coach said.
An
Right? That's
actual
what Coach
yeah,
Draco
that's what
said.
it was.
Right?
HP hero.
Oh yeah. You want to be running Rein Zarya, not Rein
Oh
Diva.
no, we swap it. We swap
We're,
it.
they're,
Okay,
they're
okay.
trolling right now.
Coach,
We're just
Coach
we're just
Draco
Sombra
Pepe laugh.
for scouting.
Support.
Lol.
Wait, so
We go Zen goats.
Coach Draco Pepe laugh.
Yep.
Hey, my advice wasn't terrible, okay?
No, it was
If we
great.
don't, then we go Sombra.
Really showing the propane thing container.
Wait, so if they're running normal goats, we're gonna go Sombra then? Or we're gonna
If
go?
we're running normal goats, we're gonna go normal goats and just roll them.
Yep. All right. Cool.
Just
This
roll.
is my call. Don't contest it.
Oh, they already
roll
did their
them for her.
attack. Yeah, they already did their
Oh,
attack.
okay. I'll skip back then.
Alright, speed me up. Why am I harassing freaking Widow?
Yes, spawn back. We should speed out. We should.
Whoa.
Widow and Farah.
Yeah,
That
so
was
much.
far.
I'm
Then I'll
so
run
much for
defense.
perfect.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the start of King's Row.
I guess.
King's Row.
Maybe.
Like whenever I stun the
Guys, hide behind cover. Hide behind cover.
Someone should have said that you started on defense.
That's hella
Yeah, I didn't remember if we started defense or attack.
Oh,
So we got into spawn.
This is horrible. No.
You see where I'm holding? Hey guys, see where I'm holding?
Wait, who's in here?
Yeah,
Probably where
see.
I'm gonna be
Yep.
Dang.
Oh no! Yo, this.
Wait, so
Just no. Play it out. Play it out. You'll see.
that's fine if you have boosters to scout.
Yeah.
You don't.
I even asked why is he over there?
Yeah, exercise.
Oh, Jesus.
Right then.
You guys-
that's
oh,
rotation
God.
to get day with.
No.
Yeah,
No.
remember when we
So
told you
bad.
that the Zen thing happened? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not.
So this happens.
Okay.
All right, stop it. Let him talk. Let him talk.
Your entire team needs to know where you're going, and the four of you that went this way, obviously you knew that your Zen was in no position to rotate that way, so you should have gone backwards, not around through point.
The thing is, this is what we practiced the game before. We played on this map
Yeah.
with bots, and we practiced. This was the rotation we were doing.
Yeah, but we didn't practice.
I was keep being over there.
and
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then I
was like, wait, Day's gonna get fucked, so I went to bubble him, and then we didn't beat him. Yeah, my thought process was like, alright, okay, they're probably gonna come down main, so like if I'm just over here orbing my team, and then I could like peek out a little bit on the fight, you know. So I was like sitting there, and then I seen them coming through hotel, and I was like, "Oh God, no, no, I can't get open."
Wait, I want to see what happens.
Okay,
This
yeah.
is all
Basically, don't do that.
Yeah.
Dude, no, it happens twice. It happens twice. It's not only him. It's the brig now. The brig's turn.
I'm surprised it took so long to kill them, to be honest.
No, why are you behind? Kill me up if you can. Kill me up.
Oh my god.
Omega.
Oh, we still win the fight somehow too. That's the best part.
How?
Watch
I'm
it.
pretty sure we did if you remember correctly.
No, we definitely did not.
Oh, never mind. then.
No, yeah, no, we didn't. And
Oh,
then we
we
got
don't?
staggered a
Okay.
while too.
I'm 4 HP. I got you. Okay, we need to
Dude,
go-
when I was watching this, I was just saying, oh fuck. Oh god.
You thought we were on the fifth map, weren't you?
You guys all need to just run the hell away.
Yeah.
Magic means.
There's four.
You
You,
can stagger.
you don't even like. You want to be just like safe here. You don't want to.
Okay,
Next time, that positioning is.
Like your diva's gonna get shit spawned. So
Yeah.
yeah, they shouldn't have been able to engage you here.
I grab.
I was trying to get everyone the usher back, but
We're
people are
not
just
there,
dilly
We
dally.
can.
You gotta scream at them.
I know I do sometimes, but
I'm ready, I'm ready.
all
Like,
due respect, Aliba just sometimes doesn't do it.
It wasn't just 11, it was the entire fucking
Okay,
team.
okay, everyone.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Right. Engage.
And it
Okay. Oh, nice matrix. Or not? Yeah, nice matrix.
Thanks.
Big.
Oh,
I was in animation. I was in
Winnable!
animation.
yeah.
It's okay.
Wait, she was the ult.
It was winnable, but we committed way too many ults
Oh, we
there.
still won it. Watch this.
Yeah, but we also committed way too much.
do we not
We
get
should
to
have, theoretically.
You need it.
I think we used Beat, Zarya, and Shatter.
He's gonna go.
I'm pulled.
Bubble.
You guys have yet to fight as a 6-man team.
Yeah.
Yes, this is true.
Oh, we should.
We have no speed.
I mean, we did.
No, we had one fight. We had one fight. We were
A
Yeah.
singular fight. Poggers.
Just keep backing up.
No, those matrix are insane actually. Good job.
Thanks. It's like the one part of Diva I'm good at.
No, yeah,
Kill
that's
it. You need to kill. You need to kill the Reinhardt. Your Reinhardt needs to come back.
Yeah.
You need to kill the Reinhardt there.
We do.
That
I
is
think
that
was-
is such a throw from their Reinhardt to
Yeah.
shift into your entire.
Well, that's why the
team.
diva threw the
Like,
bomb. Yeah.
He needed to die, and he doesn't for a while.
After
Yeah.
this, I told them the only reason you won that was because they threw harder.
Yeah. Most of the fights that we win are just because their Ryan's throwing.
Yeah. I mean, their Ryan wasn't there to shield Diva bombs, so you got free kills on like half of their team.
Yeah. I'm really good at like seeing when their Ryan throws and forcing that.
They threw so.
Why? No, King.
No, not the time. Everyone just get back.
Question.
Keep
Mhm.
drop down.
Is staying up there a good spot and then like dropping on them when they push through? Is that a good idea?
If you have Shatter and you're planning to stun Shatter,
Yeah,
Okay.
I told him that. I was like actually telling him right here just to get down. We're not doing this now. Like,
otherwise it's not really like I don't know that you have Shatter here. I haven't seen the ult
I think
meters.
we might have, but even if we did or not, the reason I told him not to is because we haven't really practiced that.
I think
or
this is
yeah,
where
yeah, me and Kaner were telling him to get down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I did.
I
Yep.
think
You
it's not just jump on their.
Don't jump. You have so much.
I think we did have Shatter actually. I think you'll see.
Oh,
it.
well, we didn't practice it.
No, we didn't.
No, that don't. Yeah.
Yeah, we eat through them. We just
Yeah, well, we don't even need a Reaper. I'm getting grabbed every fight.
They have grabbed this fight, by the way. Looking at it.
I got trans. They're going right. They're going right.
Their comps are so weird.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
There's
don't
one
really
of their players is
Okay.
like a hot Cameron player.
Note here,
And that day.
you guys are really spread out and you're not playing any corners. By going around like that, they got a ton of value because you're not playing this corner anymore right here, and now you're all spread out and you're really vulnerable to poke. So you needed to either engage on them and hold that corner that comes around there, or you needed to back up around this corner right here, right by cart, and hold that corner. It's entirely fine to just like back up and switch places with attack as long as you don't take too much poke and you're staying alive. Because they're not pushing cart, so that whole rotation is kind of useless to them then.
helps them.
Push up.
Not a whole lot of value gained here by soloing a Roadhog.
Why is Kings all the way alone?
Yeah. You're not invincible as Brig. You should have gone back with your team to help.
Not anymore.
It's not season 12, dude.
In the rank he plays. No, I'm just kidding.
Help a diva.
Please don't
She's
keep
no
doing
longer
that.
the raid boss
Thank
that
you.
she used to be.
Yeah, I know, right?
Okay.
Remember when she had like a 5,000 HP shield?
I have shatter here.
And then we just
I have my crouching.
Oh, and don't forget about 1500 health that she gives.
Oh
I've
yeah.
actually
Oh, yeah, no,
never seen a line.
Replay.
No, okay, so the plan was a bomb.
Dude, Draco, what was Draco thinking?
Oh my god, dude.
Dude, you were like, what?
Shatter.
Right?
Insane diva, by the way.
Okay, well, focus on this round. Yeah, he'll melt.
Yeah, we destroy this guy. He gets off. These guys.
I'd just like to say that was a really good Lucio beat that saved like 2 or 3 people's lives there. I was like off the side.
Thank
That's a
you.
very good Q.
I just want to point out, I don't know if you want to replay it, but forget, like, you could have stunned the Reinhardt. Like, I know he for some reason put his shield down, so rang out the shatter, but you had the opportunity to do it.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are you doing, mate?
I was gonna say that too.
Yeah,
He
like,
got
that
shattered
was...
because he's an idiot, not because you stunned him.
Yeah, exactly.
Hog swap break, they're running ghost.
Wow, high down.
High ground. Wow.
What are you gonna do in high ground, though?
Literally
That.
nothing.
Wave.
Yeah, jump down.
Block it.
Huge split. Cap.
Okay, wait. Give them space.
Rig.
Give them a little space.
Shanks.
It works. Hold on.
I don't have it yet.
Wait, stun him!
If we had a Ryan shatter there, that
What the
probably
hell?
would have worked.
This is epic.
Yeah,
This is an epic gamer
We're
moment.
just doing stuff because we can, it's not because we should.
Yeah.
Solo
yeah.
Q, by the way. Hey, King solo Q, by the way.
Yeah. Okay, I want to say I have to leave in like 10 minutes, so if there's anything that you want to say to the whole team, like, you have to do it now, because I'm about to go.
Mhm.
We should
So,
push up though.
Like,
Biggest thing that I'm noticing right now is know like where to hold your corners, where to hold like as a team, and stay the hell together as a team. Because like a lot of you are playing kind of solo queue style where you go off on your own fights, or you split up like 3-3, 3 of you fighting one fight, 3 of you fighting an entirely different one somewhere else. And that's not where Goats is strong. Goats is strong because like the other team's stupid enough to split up, and you as 6 people will stomp them. So when you split up like that, it just it can only ever weaken you essentially. So that would be the
okay.
the
Alright, I
guiding
gotta
remarks.
go, like, soon. Anything else before I go? Like, just, like, I gotta know now, so.
Who's talking?
That's Ryan.
Lucio.
Yeah,
That's
I got
Lucio.
the Lucio.
Lucio.
I
Okay.
also the stock caller.
Yeah, running against Sombra, just it's pretty easy to stay out of her hack range when you have your beat up. Farming beat as fast as possible is always a priority.
Best
Booping
way
their
to farm it.
booping their Reinhardt in is really, really valuable. I want to see more of that from like literally every single Lucio player, because a lot of OWL Lucios do it.
Yeah, I do it a lot. I try to boop him in.
Yeah, but I mean the thing with this team though is that it's harder to get value out of it because this team's always so spread out and target focus is kind of bad. So if you all group up closer together and you boop the Reinhardt in, it should get a lot more value.
Alright,
Other
well, I
than
gotta
that,
go.
I got
I
nothing.
appreciate your coaching. You guys have fun with the rest of your water review. See you guys.
Yeah. I'm about done
Yep.
too.
Alright, wait, is our scrim at Monday?
Monday, yeah.
Monday, what is it, 5:30?
Yeah, it's probably 5:30.
Okay, see ya.
Yeah. I'm gonna probably call it there because I have a match in half an hour. So
Okay.
All right.
See
Have
y'all.
fun.
Hey,
peace out, guys.
thanks, man.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good work. Later.
Later.
Alright, I'm gonna stop recording.